Every person, and especially a child, in the presence of favorable conditions can recover from any stresses and shocks. Studies of scientists, psychologists, biologists prove that our psyche is so organized that we can go through the most difficult trials and retain interest in life, the ability to rejoice, to notice good things, to strive, to develop.
I don't know what's going on. At one point, everything just started falling apart. Let me try to explain. I'm a high school student entering 9th grade. All last school year, I wanted only one thing: summer, and now it's here. The vacation started out pretty good, but then I am energized, happy, ready to fulfill all my dreams and goals. Then, for no apparent reason, this state changes to indifference to everything. I don't know how it happened, but I was left with no friends at all. In reality, I had one friend, with whom we have known since the 1st grade. But now we have lost interest in each other. There were classmates I always had fun with, but at one point I realized it was toxic communication that was dragging me down. Everything was held together by my internet friend, who we never even saw each other. There was a meeting planned this summer, but it fell through just before I bought my tickets. I communicated with her a lot and was happy, but at some point we both got worse. Both came to the conclusion that we were just overwhelmed and tired. I don't know what's going on. At one point, everything just started falling apart. Let me try to explain. I'm a high school student entering 9th grade. All last school year, I wanted only one thing: summer, and now it's here. The vacation started out pretty good, but then, at first, she started to communicate with me a little less. But for me, it was the sheer coldness. Every unanswered message, every disagreement with me or lack of emotion on her part hurt me. And then a few days ago, what I had feared happened. She asked for a pause as she feels she is not filling up with resources, only giving back. I accepted her decision with the thought that it would be good for me, too. After that, there came an oppressive feeling of loneliness. I realized that I literally have no one left, and my relationship with my parents is strained. At the same time, I realized that I rejected everyone, which makes it even worse. For the first few days, I tried to hold on, but then I slipped into a state where I don't even leave my room. I just lie there all day. I can go weeks without washing and brushing my teeth. Normal sleep and nutrition is out of the question. I realize that I'm not coping. I feel like everything is falling apart. I have lost interest in my goals, plans, dreams, hobbies. I feel nothing but pain. Everywhere they advise to diversify my life, but it seems to me that I just don't have the strength for it. And even if I do, there is no point in it. I want so much to return to a normal rhythm of life. I want to develop, learn something new, find a part-time job, start my own blog, get back to hobbies. I like to dry flowers, weave beads, and sometimes draw. I want to live and feel alive, but instead I feel lost, lonely, unwanted. Now the thought that difficulties are temporary. This end is the beginning of something new saves me. I want to live the way I want to live, without restrictions from my parents, without this hell at school and the struggle for every A in the quarter, in a beautiful clean house, with a good income, with nice people around me. I don't like everything around me. Help me, please. At least the simplest advice on what to do. I'm sorry if my queries can't be solved on some free forum with one answer. Sorry. My parents refuse to find me a psychologist. Please help, at least just let me feel less alone and abandoned.
Hello, Diana. Thank you for sharing your experiences. It emphasizes how strong and open-minded you are. I read your letter carefully, and it resonated with me in so many different ways. It reminded me of my own teenage years. Yes, you are absolutely right. You are not alone in experiencing all kinds of difficulties and feelings of loss. Many of us have felt similar emotions, especially during adolescence when life is full of change and uncertainty, when ambitions and desires are many, but opportunities are still few, and elders keep reminding us that rights are still very limited. It's normal to experience ups and downs in mood and energy, especially when there are so many changes in your life and body that it's sometimes hard to understand yourself. But since you're not the only one struggling with this, there's hope to find like-minded people. It is already easier to cope with the dark streak in life together. Yes, the state you described, periods of strong inspiration and passion, followed by feelings of indifference and loneliness, is similar to emotional and physical overload and severe fatigue, exhaustion. Several things can help at such times. 1. First, it is important to remember that all emotions and states are temporary. None of them last forever. Your current feelings and emotions are passing. This may be hard to believe right now, but that's life. Everything is fickle. To feel connected to reality, to be in the here and now, rather than worrying about a past that can't be fixed or worrying about a future that hasn't happened yet. Breathe. Inhale smoothly through your nose, pause, hold your breath briefly, and exhale slowly through your mouth. 2. Secondly, you can seek help from professionals. Your well-being is very important, so try to consciously pay attention to your health. For starters, try to find ways to establish your sleep, nutrition, and incorporate some physical activity into your life. If you feel that this is a very overwhelming task for you, seek adult help. I realize you have a difficult relationship with your parents, but maybe an aunt, grandmother, or some other relative treats you with more understanding, or, for example, see a school counselor who can help you understand your emotions and find strategies to cope with school stress. See your pediatrician to schedule blood tests to help diagnose which vitamins and micronutrients are in deficiency. Such a feeling may well be due to endocrine system disorders with a lack of different elements. After all, you are growing very fast now, and the body needs resources to build the body. 3. Thirdly, it is important to give yourself a rest and return to your hobbies gradually. While creativity itself can be very therapeutic, it's a good way to express yourself and reduce stress. Just as long as when you sit down to do it, you don't aim to make a masterpiece for everyone to envy. Don't plan too much at once. On the contrary, the more achievable your goals for the day, the higher the chance that you will take on them. And when you cope, there will be a little more resource to do something else. Most importantly, be sure to praise yourself, encourage even for supposedly insignificant successes. I got up and washed my face, took a shower. I'm good today. Went for a walk around the house. I'm the athlete of the day. In the state of low battery, even such mundane tasks can be akin to conquering Everest. So don't devalue your results. You mentioned your interest in drying flowers, beading and painting. Perhaps creating small projects related to these hobbies can help you maintain a sense of productivity as well as feel the joy of completing your work. You have a lot of time ahead of you to sort yourself out better, establish your condition, and achieve your goals. Take your time. The foundation of all achievement is taking care of yourself. You are a very strong and capable girl. Believe in yourself and the goals you have. I'm sure if you take care of yourself now, as time passes, you will return to the active and fulfilling life you dream of. Your dreams will come true when the time is right. Hang in there, Diane.